Remember when the Indiana Fever were the laughingstock of the WNBA, winning just 5 games a couple of seasons ago? Well, things have completely flipped. In a matter of years, they've transformed into one of the most exciting teams in the league, all thanks to a bold new vision. Their generational talent, Caitlin Clark, asked for star power, and the Fever's front office delivered with thunderous moves. The Fever's newly built $80 million facility is just the start. Head coach Stephanie White's aggressive approach in free agency, targeting some of the league's biggest names, shows they're going all in. It's a full-blown revolution in Indiana, and here's my bold prediction. The Fever will be competing for a WNBA title next year. What's changed? Well, they didn't just draft top players. They signed not 1, not 2, but 3 star players. This isn't a rebuild, it's a transformation. So, who are these game changers? How do they fit into Indiana's master plan? Let's dive in. 2 seasons ago, the Fever were stuck in a cycle of losing. They finished with a pitiful 5-29 record. But in 2023, they took their first giant leap by drafting Aaliyah Boston, a generational center. Yet, even with Boston's incredible talent, the Fever still ended up with a 13-27 record. But things took an electrifying turn when they picked Caitlin Clark in 2024. Clark, who had already become a phenomenon, immediately proved her worth by averaging 19.2 points per game and breaking 62 records in her rookie season. However, even a star like Clark needed more help to take the Fever to the next level. Enter the Fever's core players, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, and Aaliyah Boston, who brought a new energy to the team. Suddenly, they weren't the pushovers anymore. The Fever fought hard and made it into the playoffs with a 20-20 record, marking their first postseason appearance in nearly a decade. But for Caitlin Clark, that wasn't enough. She wanted a championship contender, and she wasn't afraid to ask for it. She went straight to the front office and requested quality free agents. The Fever's new management team, President Kelly Koff and GM Amber Cox, didn't just listen, they acted. This offseason, they had 4 key priorities. Resign Kelsey Mitchell, the heart and soul of the team. Add versatile wings who could score and defend. Shore up the forward position with size and defense. Find a backup guard to support Clark and Mitchell. With these goals in mind, the Fever made their moves. First, they signed Natasha Howard, a 3-time champion, all-star, and former Defensive Player of the Year. This was a game-changing addition. Howard isn't just a scorer, she's a defensive force, an elite pick-and-roll player, and a floor spacer. She brings over 50 games of playoff experience to the table, which is crucial for a team that's still building their playoff pedigree. And Howard's impact doesn't end there. Her ability to stretch the floor with 3-point shooting will open up the paint for Aaliyah Boston, making the Fever a serious offensive threat. Combine that with her championship pedigree, and Howard is the perfect veteran presence for a team ready to make a deep playoff run. But wait, there's more. The Fever weren't done yet. In a jaw-dropping move, they traded former future star Nalissa Smith, along with the 8th overall pick in the 2025 draft, to acquire Sophie Cunningham and the 19th pick. Fans were initially confused, but this trade was a stroke of brilliance. Cunningham is a versatile wing who can score from beyond the arc. She shot 37.8% from 3 last season and defend at a high level. She's not just about putting up points though. She's also an enforcer, the kind of player who isn't afraid to get physical in the paint. Paired with Howard, Cunningham adds a level of toughness that the Fever were missing, transforming them into a team that no one will want to push around. The Fever's front office also ensured they locked down Kelsey Mitchell, their cornerstone player. Mitchell, who had a career-best season last year, made a statement when she re-signed, saying, "Indiana has been my second home since I went pro." This wasn't just about basketball. It was about believing in the Fever's vision and committing to their championship aspirations. With Mitchell, Clark, Howard, Cunningham, Boston, and Hull, the Fever now have a lineup that's scary for any team in the league. They're not just aiming to make the playoffs, they're aiming for the title. But here's the twist. The Fever still have cap space. Could there be room for one more near-max player to take them to the next level? Time will tell, but the Fever are absolutely on the rise. So, what does this mean for the Fever's championship chances? Well, with this squad, the answer is simple. They're ready to win now. The combination of Clark's playmaking, Howard's defense, Boston's dominance in the paint, and Mitchell's scoring ability makes them a title contender. The rest of the WNBA better watch out. The Fever are coming, and they're ready to make a statement. Do you think the Fever can take it all the way? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates.